What if I told you that there is more to Sofronio Vasquez's tale than just his remarkable singing career? The Voice USA talent had to endure a lot of hardships, sacrifice, and a strong desire to succeed while staying loyal to his roots before he was able to win. How he overcame the odds to become well-known and adored by millions of people would surprise you. He was born and raised in a small Philippine town. Curious about what happened behind the scenes? Continue reading to learn more about Sofronio Vasquez's untold story. Sofronio Vasquez never imagined he would reach this point on The Voice, where there are only 5 contestants left. On Tuesday night, Team B singer Sofronio Vasquez was announced as the winner of season 26 of The Voice. Vasquez, 32, from Mindanao, Philippines, received the most votes. This followed 2 thrilling renditions of A Million Dreams by The Greatest Showman and Unstoppable by Sia. According to USA Today, Vasquez was dubbed The Voice and received a record deal and the $100,000 reward. In addition to earning his first victory, Coach Michael B. was the only educator to have 2 competitors place in the top 5 and then the final 2. Second place went to Shy, a 17-year-old New York performer. Just before he won, Vasquez addressed his teacher. "Your guidance has been a blessing to me, my family, and all the dreamers out there. You have opened so many doors for us. My Filipino brother, you are the hope of so many people. It has been such an unbelievable journey to be here with you," the spicy margarita singer said to Vasquez. Just prior to Carson Daly declaring him the victor, born in Mindanao, Philippines, Sofronio Vasquez was raised in a modest household. He didn't have many things as a child, such as indoor toilets or a bed. His family always enjoyed music despite all of these issues. His father served as his first instructor and pushed him to advance his abilities. In 2023, Vasquez moved to Utica, New York, and has remained there ever since. Despite having spent his early years in the United States, he claimed that he feels as though he was born and raised there. After impressing people with his performances in a music competition, Vasquez gained widespread recognition. His performance of Elvis Presley's "If I Can Dream" on December 2nd was particularly noteworthy. Judge Michael B. was impressed by Vasquez's fortitude and tenacity and commended his heartfelt performance. The fact that through all of this adversity, you walk out here on a night like tonight, when it probably matters more than anything in your whole life career-wise, B said, "It makes me very delighted when you accept the brass ring." Vasquez struggled to adjust to the American music environment. In December 2024, he discussed this experience with People, stating that he had observed that people preferred soulful performances over large, forceful belting. What he was accustomed to at home was not this. "I had to get past that at the time, and I did," Vasquez stated. "They're not looking for the big belters here." He concentrated on enjoying his distinct voice and giving his performances his all. He has demonstrated his strength throughout his path. From his modest origins in the Philippines to discovering his voice in a new nation, he remains a remarkable character in the music industry. His narrative demonstrates how perseverance, passion, and a deep love of music can carry you through difficult circumstances. Vasquez, a vocalist from Mindanao, is well known for his deep, silky tone and versatility. He began his career on the popular noontime program It's Showtime, which included the singing competition Tawag ng Tanghalan. Among other genres, he can sing jazz, pop, R&B, rock, and standards. Additionally, he doesn't hesitate to display his vocal abilities. During his high school years in Misamis Occidental, Vasquez became aware of his vocal prowess. He participated in a song contest for the first time in February 2016. It took place on the Tawag ng Tanghalan stage, which had returned to national television after a 2-year hiatus. After losing the match, he returned in the third quarter of 2017 He made it to the quarterfinals and defended his title 6 times. He finished 7th in the race, narrowly missing the final. He was given another opportunity in 2019 as a rest baker, a term used locally to describe someone who has previously appeared on the show. All of the competitors who lost in the first 3 seasons of Tawag Nakangalan were subsequently brought together for the game's next phase. He finished 3rd in the race and did incredibly well. He has played a number of well-known English and Filipino songs during the conflict, including Lionel Richie's Hello, Eric Benet's The Last Time, and Michael Bublé's Feeling Good. He later released his own song, Bakit Hindi Ka Babalik, under the Old School Records label of ABS-CBN Music. Vasquez mostly established himself as a vocalist on the internet. He received millions of views on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for his versions of well-known songs, including That's What Friends Are For and Nothing's Gonna Change My Love for You. In 2021, he received a Kumu Diamond Award for being one of Kumu's most popular streamers. In the end, he managed to perform alone at Teatrino Green Hills. In 2022, Vasquez released 2 more songs in the Philippines before relocating to the U.S. to advance his career. He had to prepare for his dental board exams before he could practice dentistry. However, his thoughts were most likely focused on more important matters. Now residing in Utica City, New York, is Vasquez. He discussed how kind Americans are to outsiders and refugees in an interview with a local network. According to his LinkedIn profile, Sofronio is a dental assistant. He continued to pursue his singing career when his father passed away in 2018 from kidney disease. His father, who occasionally watched him perform in Tawagnan Tangalan, truly helped him grow and showcase his skill. According to an NBC story about the Voice competitors, Sofronio claims that his father instilled in him a love of singing. After his father passed away, Vasquez had to continue singing, and his older brother supported him during his competition days and gigs. In January 2024, he began working for Dr. Donald Chan as a dental assistant. Prior to that, he trained for over a year at Mohawk Valley Health System and performed contract work at Career Step from June to October 2023. Despite these other intentions, he nevertheless tried his luck on season 26 of The Voice, which began tryouts in September. When he performed the iconic R&B ballad "I'm Going Down," the judges granted him a 4-turn, and he ultimately chose Michael B. to PR Vega and Jeremy Blockout rounds. And Dia Callan in the battle rounds, Vasquez further demonstrated his abilities. In the playoffs and on the live programs, he consistently received a large number of votes. The songs Crying by Roy Orbison, If I Can Dream by Elvis Presley, and Every Breath You Take by The Police were sure to get him to the finals. During sessions, Jennifer Hudson, a well-known vocalist and instructor on The Voice USA and UK, tossed her shoe at Vasquez and said, "You better sing." When Vasquez gave Hudson back the sneaker, he was astounded and impressed. When Vasquez performed A Million Dreams from The Greatest Showman at the finale, he gave it his all, conveying the song's message of yearning and optimism. His rendition of Unstoppable garnered a lot of appreciation as well, and it essentially encapsulated his strength when he was on The Voice. Vasquez made history at that point. Asia was proud of him, and he encouraged many others of color to follow suit. He claimed that events in the previous few years were the source of his bad luck. After winning, Vasquez wrote on Instagram, "Dreams really do come true." If you watch Sofronio Vasquez's blind audition, you will never forget the way he sang Mary J. Vasquez. Told the news source that he was looking forward to finishing the trip and finally being able to say, "I did." Obliges "I'm Going Down." Almost immediately after he hit the first note, Reba McEntire, Gwen Stefani, Snoop Dogg, and Michael B. turned their seats. Every judge worked hard to convince Vasquez to join their teams and hailed his incredible skills. Reba McEntire once said, "Your voice is like butter. It is so easy on the ears, but your soulfulness touched my heart. I was unable to press my button quickly enough. By expressing gratitude to Vasquez in Filipino and demonstrating a deep regard for his background, Michael B. personalized it, he said, "To me, your people are such beautiful people. How proud you'll make them is beyond my comprehension. I believed you would help me win this competition," the feeling good singer said to Vasquez, demonstrating her faith in him. Together, they won the competition, proving their faith in one another. Vasquez's blind audition set the tone for the remainder of his career. It was the beginning of a fruitful relationship with B that led to Vasquez's rise to fame. Vasquez's performance and the judges' reactions demonstrated that he has a unique blend of soulful artistry and heartfelt feeling, making him an immediate favorite with both the judges and the fans. Sofronio Vasquez gave an incredible final act in the competition's playoff round, demonstrating once again that he is a unique artist. Well, when Vasquez sang Elvis Presley's famous "If I Can Dream," the judges and the audience were astounded by her flawless voice, intense emotion, and commanding stage presence. Judge Michael B. described his performance as flawless and incredible, and he stressed how courageous he had to be to give such a crucial performance. The song selection itself had a lot of meaning. "If I Can Dream" was a song of strength and hope that reflected Vasquez's own struggle to get through difficult times. He was born and raised in small-town Mindanao, Philippines, and his life story gave every note he sang more weight. His touching performance enthralled the audience, drawing a parallel between his triumphs and setbacks and the song's powerful message. Michael B. Vasquez's coach appeared moved and commended both his technical prowess and his ability to convey genuine emotion in his performance. The fact that through all this adversity you walk out here on a night like tonight, when it probably matters more than anything in your whole life, career-wise, you take the brass ring, and I'm just so happy for you, B said, and the other judges agreed. Reba McEntire, who has spent her entire country career understanding how difficult it can be to cover an Orbison classic that has been around for so long, gave it even better reviews, stating, "To tackle that song, that took guts. I'm going to be stunned if Michael doesn't pick you, but he has a really difficult choice," Vasquez told Coach Michael B. and Team B playoff mentor Carly Pierce. "I must admit that I was initially quite afraid because I had never heard this song before. It's about sadness, and when I sing it, I remember how bad it was for my mom when she lost my dad." It was evident that Sofronio adored his family as he performed on stage during the playoffs. "He urged me to look after your mother on my behalf." He encapsulated the intense emotion of Orbison's country Spanish ballad with a broad, trembling voice. "Magnifico," Snoop Dogg finally informed him, comparing his performance to the conclusion of a $100 million film. "The way that you build it and pulled back, you have all the perfect timing emotionally," stated Gwen Stefani. It kept building to a place I didn't think was possible. Honestly, incredible performance. For Vasquez, the performance marked the conclusion of a journey that began with uncertainty and resolve. I had to remind myself to settle in and trust my voice and heart